Righto, that is now working. So there's no one there though.
Everybody's gone.
Everyone's gone. I don't blame you all for going. So we're just going to do a quick sorry for our technical incompetence. We've got no idea what went wrong. It always seems to go wrong whenever we try and do this, but we've got little green dots now.
Hi, Jerry.
Yay, g'day, Jerry.
Can you hear us?
G'day, Rob.
Yes.
Yeah. Richard.
Okay, good. We're...
So it's 5 of you there. So yeah, we were going to, how's it going? Yeah, g'day, Cole. G'day,
Robert,
everyone.
Richard.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Gary.
Gary, how are you, mate?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you know, you're not deaf after all. It's me being an electrics technician. Specialty of communications has stuffed up. But anyway, it's all working. So as long as there's 22 of you there now. So yes, we'll continue. Right.
Oh, Dawn and Dale.
Oh, everyone's there. This is so cool.
All right.
It's like the old days.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It is lovely.
So let's just kick it off with welcome, guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for putting up with our incompetence. And yeah, here we are. It's been a long time since
I don't know when we last did this.
It's been a long time.
But man, you thought it was about time, didn't you?
Yeah, and things are changing. Like, we're getting older. My beard's getting longer. My hair's getting grayer. And it's time for we get a lot of questions. What are you up to? What are you doing? What's the latest? Are you sailing? Where's Nutshell?
Yeah.
What's happening with the houseboat? Blah 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 blah. So let's great to see Nutshell 3. Yeah. We do like a challenge, Jerry. Yeah. G'day from Darwin. It's John. Yeah, and Nutshell's still in Darwin. We'll be back there in...
Oh, Angela, hi, Angela.
4 weeks.
Yeah, I remember that too. Fish and chips.
Yeah, I remember that. Fish and chips in Freo. Yeah, that was good. And then we had that canned lamb curry.
Yes.
And
anyway. Digressing.
We're digressing. So yeah, we just want to touch base. I've actually made notes. So I've got some notes in my file of facts because I'm a bit old school. I still run a file of facts. What have I got here? What are we up to? Number 1, viewer.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. lots of viewer questions. What are we up to? What are we doing? How silly is it to buy a beat up old houseboat on an auction site and then expect to take it back to Kimberley? Is the most common comment. Right. Even the neighbours here, Derek and Barbara. They're nutters, and we were chatting on their boat today, and he said, "Yeah, I thought you were a bit ambitious trying to take that houseboat up to Darwin, up to the Kimberley." So we're going to run through a couple of points that I've made. It's going to be quick. We're not going to waffle on because 46 of you listening, and you don't want to listen to me waffle for hours on end. But yeah, we're selling the boats.
Both boats.
Nutshell, sailing boat Nutshell, sitting in Darwin all alone. She's been there for a year because we haven't been able to decide.
Part with her.
We found it so difficult to make the decision to part with her. She's been part of our lives for 7 years.
Yeah.
She's taken us nearly halfway, or miles-wise, halfway around the world. She's never let us down, but we've pretty well finished Australia, and I don't want to cross any more oceans. We've got lots of other bucket list items, so she's being sold. We're going to Darwin in 4 weeks to spruce her up and put her on the market.
Yeah.
Houseboat, Nutshell, the Nuthouse, as it's been called by many. Yeah, I know. It only seems like yesterday, Jerry, but yeah, 7 years ago we were in Panama and we hopped on board, Nutty. But the Nuthouse, houseboat Nutshell, fantastic. It's massive. Like we're sitting here now.
Crazy big.
You could have a dance, like 10 people could dance on the floor here, and a big table and bedrooms, and then there's upstairs you can actually play tennis or what's that new game that
pat ball or something. Anyway,
it's massive, and it's not us. We liken it to a floating retirement unit.
Yeah.
Perfect if you want to just sit there and watch the world go by, but that's not us. So we're selling her, and she's not fit for purpose. She won't make it to the Kimberley one piece. So she is also going up for sale. So we're selling our 2 boats. We're keeping Peanut. So that they're going. And we are going back to work, both of us.
Together.
We've got to work together. We've always wanted to do that our whole lives. I don't know if you know it, but I've been a tour guide for over a decade. And we're going back to tour guiding. Wendy's she's sort of been a tour guide, but she'll be chefing. So we've signed up for a 5-month contract as tour guides in a big 4-wheel drive bus throughout the Kimberleys in northwest Australia, northern Western Australia. And we're going to be doing that for 5 months because we want to work together. I actually enjoy working, and I think Wendy enjoys working. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're up to. We start there in May till September. Then the good news is boats are back on the radar. I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
Well, you've got the list.
I've got my list. So I've got 10 points on my list, and I'm only on point number 2. So I better hurry up. By birth, I'm Swedish. And to become an Australian, you had to give up your nationality of your home country. So I did that when I was when I was just before the year, but we met actually. I was in my early 20s. And so when we traveled around Europe, it was not difficult, but you couldn't just travel.
Yeah, but England was in the
EU. But that was pre-Brexit, and anyway, long story short, for the last 3 years, I've been trying to get my citizenship, and it came in a few weeks ago. So now I've got an EU passport. We can travel in Europe easily. We've always wanted to move to Europe. So we're off end of the year to go there to buy a motorhome to go and find a boat.
Yeah.
So if anyone has the suitable boat for sale, we're in the market for a boat in Europe. Right. So that's that. That's point number 2. And 3. Yeah, we've always I've got a few bucket list items in Europe. The Northern Lights. We've both always wanted to do the Danube, but not a cruise boat. So I've read a few books and watched a few YouTube videos about people going from the North Sea right down to the Black Sea. So Holland to Romania by boat, in their own boat. So that's what we want to do. So that's what's going to be happening. Let's have a look at some of these comments. What's happening here? You'll need a narrow boat. Old Peculiar's waiting in the fridge. Yeah, Dale, don't you worry.
We'll be over there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll go to England for a little while. We should have seen one of those kites. We wish that too, but we might be flying one in a couple of days. Have you watched the news? Why would you want to come to Europe? There's always news.
It's never the right time.
It's never the right time to do anything in life. And we're tired of sitting here in the heat eating coconuts. Walking on white beaches. So yeah, we'll help looking out for a good deal. Good on your mark. Cheers. Anyway, getting on with it. We've been gas bagging for 10 minutes. I've been gas bagging for 10 minutes. And I want to spend some time with my family over there. And Wendy wants to spend some time with her family. I've still got cousins and aunties and uncles in Sweden. I haven't seen for 30 years. Wendy's quite close to her family in England. So we're going to spend some time with family and friends, you guys that live in Europe. A lot of you live in the UK, in Scotland, in Ireland, in Wales, and all over Europe, Italy and France. And we've got so many people to visit. We want to go, we want to just spend time in Europe. Is pretty well what we want to do. Just visiting
Devon.
Devon, yeah.
Devon,
yeah. Well, God, I've never
Devon's
been,
beautiful.
I've never been to Devon, and I love Devonshire teas. And I've never been, so we'll be going to Devon. All right, so spend time with family. Nuthouse not fit for purpose. I said that. Retirement home on the water. I said that. Spend time with family. I've said that. We want to do the Danube.
Yeah.
So that's it in a nutshell, pretty well. I get it.
Yeah. It's the plans.
That's it. So if you got any questions, I've tried to explain. I wanted to do it all within 15 minutes, and we've done it within 12. So that's what we're up to: selling everything, packing up the farm again, and heading overseas. Yeah. So there we go. We'll look out for deal. So many comments. It's so cool. Blame it on the lack of beer. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So you got anything else?
Looking forward to it.
I'm going to wet my whistle with a. This isn't really a good beer. It was actually, we had a cyclone here. When was it? Last week?
Yeah, March the 6th-ish.
Yeah, it was the first cyclone in this area for 50 years, so it was a bit strange.
Unexpected.
Very unexpected. Alfred was his name, and he caused a hell of a lot of havoc. We came through pretty well unscathed. We lost a few things off the roof that I hadn't tied down, but nothing major. But there was a boat next to us here, a trimaran, and he was getting so much stuff accumulating around his boat, big logs and trees, and you'll see it in a video coming up. And he only had a rowboat, and he couldn't remove all this stuff. So I went over there with Peanut, and we dragged all these logs off his boat. He came by later on with his grandson and dropped off a carton of beer. So it was really nice. I can't remember their names, but thanks, guys. Wow, 71 people out there.
So follow the boat channel
Right.
we're doing. Moving from a ketch to a wide beam canal boat.
No, not. It won't be a wide beam canal boat.
That's what Follow the Boat did.
Oh, did they? Who did Follow the Boat?
That's a channel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well,
we'll probably end up getting a
Dutch
trawler.
Not a Dutch barge.
Not trawler, sorry. A Dutch something.
One of those Dutch boats that are in the canals, but not a barge style. Just like 50, 80 horsepower, single engine, steel, shallow draft, 2-bedroom.
And we're going to take the kites.
Fly bridge. It will still take the kite because I'd like to go kiting across some lakes and things.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be buying. So excited to see you both. Thank you for talking. No worries, Dale. Thank you. Andrew Logan, have you seen what the follow? Oh, that's that one.
Yes.
Gary, Mouse from the South. Include Wollongong in your travel plans. It's the wrong direction, mate. The Gong. Lovely place. I flew there once. I flew up. I can't remember what the flight path up the coast is called, but I flew up from, I can't remember where we started, but I was flying up there in a little, I can't remember
what that was.
It was a Mooney, I think. And it was magic because you fly along the coast and you got the cliffs and you got all these hang gliders and you fly along and there's hang gliders above you. There's hang gliders below you, there's hang gliders next to you, and you're just cruising up past Wollongong. But anyway, I digress again.
Flight path lost it.
I don't know. Great ideas from Bia. Yeah. Good luck with your next endeavour. Ivor Hans Christian 33. Beautiful boat. We should have looked at doing the canals on a yacht because we want to have a bit of. We want to also go and sail up to the Baltic. So we looked at what sort of boat is going to suit canals and sailing. If you take the mast down, and we looked at a Naughty Cat 32,
33, I think.
32, yeah. So that was, we've been looking at them as well, looking at all sorts of boats. Yeah, Dave in Headland. We'll be up to Headland next year, Dave. Yeah.
This year?
No, next year. We're going to Broome this year. This year we'll be in Headland. Yeah, because after we leave Broome, we're going to go a bit of a road trip down to Perth, see our son down there before we hop on a plane and go to India.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the way we both love India, and some of my favourite haunts that Wendy's never been to in Delhi, I want to take her to. So there'll be a video when I drag Wendy around my favourite places in New Delhi, like as you do. Yeah. When you're in India, I've got a lot of favourite places in Delhi. It's a magic place. Yeah. So sit on sign on my old tour bus. I lost. Yeah. That's about it. I don't want a gas bag. So we're going to call it quits there. And sorry.
Can you adopt me, Jerry?
No worries, Jerry. You know, you're only as young as you want to be, and you're only as old as you want to be. So I always go on the young side. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. Stuff to do.
Yeah, we've got to finish this boat.
Yeah, the work we've been putting into this boat. Well, the cyclone stopped us for a week. We had a week of rain. So it's been fine weather the last, 3 days. So we've replaced a lot of timbers up in the roof. A lot of timber. We've replaced a lot of this boat to make her, for the new owners, so they get a nice solid boat that doesn't leak from the outside. Well, it's pretty hard to leak from the inside, but yeah. Because she did leak. There used to be a leak up here. Used to be a leak up there, which we've now fixed. And we've done a lot of work, a lot of fiberglassing, a lot of filling, a lot of timber work, a lot of stainless steel screws, a lot of work. And Wendy's been a Trojan just with a sander, just sanding, a lot of work. Narrowboat in Birmingham in May. Cool. Yeah, it's just a number, eh, Gary? It's just a number. But yeah, I've said it 4 times now. We're gone. Okay. So it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from me.
So bye, everybody.
Yeah, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry to everyone for the stuff up. Thanks for putting up with us. Yeah. Any questions? Just send us. Put them in the comments after the show or the show. That sounds very professional.
It matches up with your Filofax, doesn't it?
What's wrong with the Filofax?
Same.
Doesn't everyone still have a Filofax? Okay. Yeah, and an inkwell
inside when you drill holes in them. Yeah.
Gary. That was exciting actually, because number one, it was surprising. Yeah. That when I drilled that hole, water came out, and then it was even more surprising when I drilled the second hole and the water came out, and then the other hole, and then the third hole and the water came out. And then the fourth one, and the fifth one, no water. Fourth one was dry. Yeah. But the most interesting fact was trying to work out where the water came from, because the other side of that hole where I had drilled it was a void space that was dry. Yeah. So there was a tiny doubler in the hull that had somehow got fresh water, so it had got rainwater in there, and it must be the timbers in there or glass in there are fine because there was no staining in the water. So
yeah, it's clear. It was really clear.
It's just clear water that came out.
Mm.
All right. Thanks again, Gary, for the lovely comments, both Garys, and everyone else for tuning in. We're out of here. All right. See you guys. So, yeah, any questions about what we're up to, whack them in the comments. We'll read them up later on and answer you back. Ciao.
Bye.
Adios.